Although I am half black and half white, at the end of the day, I am still a person of color. I'm going to share a story with you of an encounter I had with police recently. I wasn't shot or harmed or anything when I got questioned, but I think there's a reason as to why. I visited my aunt in Hollywood for a weekend business trip. So she lives in a wealthier neighborhood that's actually seen a lot of break-ins and theft recently. As you're driving through her suburb, you can see the security cameras and the signs on people's windows saying, wave here on camera. So on Saturday night, my little cousins were out of the house and my aunt was away with her friend watching the game at her friend's house. So it was just me in this home. But I wasn't going to stay for long. I was preparing to go to a comedy club, the Laugh Factory, with one of my friends. But as I walked out the door, my aunt's alarm system went off. Loud sirens began to ring throughout the home, very like, I'd seen my aunt disable the alarm system before at this panel in the room. So I opened up the panel thinking maybe there's like a password written somewhere. There's not. So I first call up my aunt and I get no response. I call up my cousins, and then I texted them saying, hey, what's the password for the alarm system? I want to turn this off before I leave for the evening. I didn't realize this at the time, but the house phone rang twice and I missed it both times during this chaos. One of my cousins gets back to me. He tells me what the passcode is, but then he says these terrifying words. If the phone rings inside, you have to pick it up, because if you don't pick it up, they're going to call the police and have the police check out the home. I suddenly realized that I was in a very dangerous situation. I'm a person of color fiddling with an alarm system in a neighborhood with theft and burglary, and it's nighttime. I quickly type in the code and the alarms turn off. I felt very panicked because if there's any confusion as to why I'm here, I can be mistakenly shot and killed like I have seen in numerous news stories. The very first thing I did was tuck in my shirt. I wanted to make sure that I had a clear waistline so that there's no weapons on me, no guns hidden in my belt, no knives. I couldn't help but be grateful that I wasn't wearing a hoodie right now. I then got my wallet out so I wouldn't have to be fiddling with a wallet, and I put it right here behind my watch. I wouldn't even have to hold my license in my hand. I could just rotate it if they needed it. So tucked in shirt or license in hand. I was inside the house. I opened up the windows, fingers spread wide, and kind of stood there with a smile. So it took about 15 minutes before they arrived. So in that time, I actually made a recording in case I was shot and killed and was incapacitated so that they could at least go through my phone and see, oh, he was innocent. Oh, we made a mistake. As the officer was walking up to the house, I didn't move around too much, no quick movements, none of this. I kind of stood there still and said with a smile, hello officer, my name is Don Allen III. I am staying here with my aunt this weekend. I apologize for the alarms going off. I didn't know the password at the time. I have my license ready on my wrist right here if you would like to see it. In my mind, I'm just saying, please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me, please don't accuse me, please, I hope I don't look like anybody that you might think is a suspect. Just like anything, I don't want that. He simply asked me if I knew the password for the alarm system. I told him it. He confirmed that with the alarm company and then wished me a good night. I think the reason why I was not harmed during this encounter with the police was because I focused my entire mind and energy on how I could make this situation the safest for someone in their position. To reiterate, visible waistline, clear open hands. My ID card is already out. No quick movements. Already saying my name and my identity. Make this super safe. No confusion. They know your intentions, I hope. To make it clear, I do not think I should have to do any of these rituals when I encounter the police. Honestly, I think if I appeared to be a slightly different ethnicity, I wouldn't even have to think like this at all. This approach increases the chance that I'll get to leave alive, see my family again, and continue to work in the media, which I love to do. Thanks for listening to my story. I hope this reaches the people that need to hear it.